how victimhood has made us lazy and drained all of our creativity. I want to point that out to you. I didn't tell you that. So I went to an event this week, and there was a prominent person who has done many amazing things in his life. Very encouraging things. And my college roommate and I were there, and his son was there, and his college roommates were all there. I think you kind of know where I was. Okay. And we were at this event for those who have passed out of this institution and those people that were still in this institution. I was at my alumni meeting. Okay. So we had a prominent alumni there, and it was actually sad because the gentleman has done some phenomenal things. I don't want to call his name. I'm not trying to besmirch him. I just want to talk about the zeitgeist and how the victimhood narrative gets pushed. This guy has done some amazing things, probably amazing things before many of us were born. He was doing amazing things when I was 2 years old. Okay. He was killing it. The only question that people asked him at this meeting that I was at was in the context of what was it like to be ignored by white folk? Or what was it like to be the only black person to do XYZ ABC? Now, those things can be intriguing, but the thing that really hit me in the feels was when I talked to my college roommate today. He had mentioned that his son ran the same sport that this man that we were listening to this past week, that he had done. And he said nothing that he said inspired his son to pick up his cleats and go back out there and run again. I said, man, how is that even possible? You were sitting here listening to an Olympic gold medalist who smashed not only the American records, but the Olympic records and in the hurdles. And nothing that he said inspired my nephew to go pick up his cleats and return to the track and run. I said, that's messed up. He said, yeah, like everything we talked about was just because we were both there together. So we're sitting right next to each other. So you want to talk about victimhood? That to me, I mean, we can talk about some ups and downs. We can talk about some things that were bad in life, and that's okay. But in that regard, there was an opportunity for him to speak how he overcame such adversity and how he did these things, because he was a mathematical genius. So like, how did you come up with the calculation to determine how many steps you need to run between the hurdles so you could tell the president of our college at that time that you guaranteed him? He guaranteed Hugh Glossner that he was going to win the American, the American world record, and that he was going to go to the Olympics and he was going to smash the Olympic world record. And he did it. How did you do that, sir? He didn't even tell him. He just talked about what it was like that the Atlanta Journal-Constitution didn't say his name. So when we talk about victimhood, I don't know about, we can definitely talk about laziness, but I think it drains our motivation. If all I'm going to do is say that I'm a victim, not that I can do anything else. Now, granted, he didn't say, I don't know if he's a believer in Christ. I don't know what his faith system is or any of that nature. But I just know what he told you, even on a secular sense, did nothing. My nephew did not feel empowered to pick up his cleats and get back on the track.